Welcome to HeyGen Podcast. Today we're diving into some fascinating developments in the tech industry, from nuclear-powered data centers to massive AI investments. Let's jump right in.
Yeah, there's so much happening. What's the biggest story catching your eye today?
Well, have you heard about Oklo's partnership with Switch? It's
Mm-hmm.
really shaking up the energy sector.
Oh, the nuclear power startup backed by Sam Altman, right?
Exactly. They're set to provide 12 gigawatts of energy to Switch, which is a huge
Yeah,
deal, especially since Switch operates data centers for AI applications.
that's massive. But isn't nuclear energy kind of controversial?
Well, it can be, but Oklo's approach is, it's like they're modernizing nuclear power.
Right.
Their Aurora powerhouse reactor is expected to be operational by 2027.
So they're looking to meet the growing energy demands of AI with clean energy?
Exactly. As AI continues to grow, the need for sustainable energy solutions is more critical than
Yeah.
ever. It's like they're paving the way for a greener tech industry.
But do you think relying on nuclear is the best path forward?
Well, it's a complex issue. Nuclear energy does offer a reliable and carbon-free energy source,
Mm-hmm.
but of course there are concerns about safety and waste disposal.
True, and public perception can be a hurdle.
Definitely. But with innovators like Oklo, we might see new solutions that address these challenges. It's an area
Yeah.
to watch closely.
I'm still a bit skeptical, though. Do you think the public will embrace nuclear, even with modernized tech?
That's a fair point. Public opinion is hard to shift,
Right.
but sometimes necessity drives acceptance. With the growing energy demands, we might not have many alternatives.
I suppose so. Time will tell. Now, shifting gears, what's happening with Silicon Valley and defense contracts?
So, companies like Palantir and Anduril are teaming up with openAI and even SpaceX to bid on U.S. government contracts.
Really?
They're aiming to challenge the traditional defense giants.
That's interesting, but do you think tech firms can compete in that space?
Well, they bring cutting-edge AI and autonomous technologies to the table. It could really
Yeah.
shake things up in the defense industry.
But doesn't that raise concerns about, ethics and AI in warfare?
Absolutely, it's a delicate balance. There's a lot of
Right.
debate around AI's role in defense.
It seems like technology is outpacing regulation.
Exactly. It's like we're running before we can walk.
Yeah,
We need to ensure ethical guidelines keep up with innovation.
definitely. Moving on, what's the latest on Wall Street's IPOs?
Well, in 2024, there was a significant uptick. There were 146 IPOs, raising $29.6 billion, over 50% more than in 2023.
That's impressive. Any notable companies?
Yes, for example, Reddit is rumored to be going public,
No
and
way.
5 firms, including Lineage Rat, raised over $1 billion each.
Wow, venture-backed tech deals are making a comeback.
They really are. It's an encouraging sign for the startup ecosystem.
Yeah,
Investor confidence seems to be returning.
but with market volatility, is now a good time?
That's the big question. The market has been a mixed bag lately.
Right.
Some stocks are soaring, others are dipping.
Speaking of soaring stocks, what's happening with Despegar.com?
They soared over 31% due to acquisition news by Prosus.
That's
It's a
huge.
significant boost for them.
And what about Rumble?
Rumble increased by about 85% following a significant investment report.
Incredible.
They're really shaking up the video platform space.
On the flip side, Bitcoin-related stocks are declining.
Yeah, companies like Hut 8 and Coinbase Global are seeing drops. It's a volatile sector.
Crypto always keeps us on our toes.
Definitely. Now, circling back to big investments, Databricks is raising $10 billion in
That's
new funding.
massive.
Their valuation is now $62 billion.
Do you think these valuations are sustainable, though?
It's hard to say. There is always a risk of overvaluation.
Yeah.
But the demand for data analytics is strong.
True data is the new oil, as they say.
Exactly. And AI is fueling that demand even
Right.
more. Speaking of AI, SoftBank invested in Perplexity AI at a $3 billion valuation.
SoftBank is really doubling down on AI investments.
They are. Masayoshi Son announced plans to invest $100 billion in the U.S. over the next 4 years,
Wow.
focusing on AI and related infrastructure.
That's ambitious. After previous setbacks, they're really going big.
Indeed, it's a bold move. They're expecting to create 100,000 jobs.
Impressive. Now, what's the latest with TikTok's legal battle in the U.S.?
So, the Supreme Court agreed to hear a case challenging a potential ban on TikTok.
Interesting.
This gives them a chance to contest restrictions.
Do you think they'll come out on top?
It's hard to predict, but it's a positive step for them.
Yeah.
It all depends on the legal arguments.
Fingers crossed for a fair outcome.
Indeed. Finally, over in Europe, the startup ecosystem secured over 6,300 funding rounds worth $39.5 billion.
Not bad,
Although it's a decline from previous years.
but still robust, especially with AI reshaping industries.
Exactly. Sectors from defense technology to food tech are being transformed. Innovation is alive and well.
That's encouraging. Well, we've covered a lot today.
We sure have. It's been great discussing these topics. Can't wait to see how things unfold.
Same here. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Until next time.